Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. I'm going to keep saying it. Hold your horses. Let's stop taking it to the stupid. The Spence win doesn't count. Yo, are you kidding me, man? So now the boxing fans are saying that win Crawford achieved over Errol Spence, it shouldn't count. They should make that a no contest. Now, they're saying that wasn't that Errol Spence that was in the ring. There was something wrong with him. And after studying the footage of Errol Spence and how he performed, boxing fans are saying they've concluded that that wasn't a healthy Errol Spence, and Crawford shouldn't be given credit for a win, and he shouldn't be. It should have been declared the undisputed champion at 147 pounds. Now, my thing is, I don't even have no more words to talk about Crawford and Spence and what happened in that fight. We all saw it, okay? We all gonna have an opinion. But to come down and I can understand what fans are talking about again, because Spence showed up looking real goddamn healthy, didn't he? But Spence is trying to fight Fundora, trying to fight Tim Tszyu. Spence is trying to fight, guys at 154 pounds. So now people are sitting there saying, okay, look at this Errol Spence that got in the ring. That's not the Errol Spence that got in there with Crawford. Hell no, hell no. This Errol Spence, this is the real Errol Spence. What Crawford fought, he fought a clone. He fought somebody who was just a shell of Errol Spence. He didn't fight the guy who got in that ring and stepped to Fundora and called him out. See, if Crawford fights that guy, we'll give him respect. But until then, he gets no respect and he doesn't deserve the win over Errol Spence. I really wonder who has the time to sit here and to think about these things, because Errol Spence, he kind of made a few excuses in the last couple of months, but Errol Spence hasn't really come out and said, he talked about his injuries, he talked about that and how that affected the fight, but he didn't say, I wasn't myself. Spence didn't say Crawford doesn't deserve credit for that win because I wasn't myself. He never said that. And I don't think he'll say that. So until Errol Spence says that and comes out and lets us know, these were the things that were going on with me. This is why I look like that. Forget the eye stuff, okay? By him not seeing the punches. Get out of here with that bullshit. You got to give me something concrete. Give me something with some teeth that we can roll with and say, holy shit, I didn't know that this man lost a testicle the week of the fight. You know what I'm saying? That could affect his goddamn footwork in the ring. But unless it's something like that, I gotta tell you, in the most respectful way, that I kindly request that you hold your horses and stop taking it to the stupid. That Spence win doesn't count. What are you talking about? Man, I don't even know what to say anymore when it comes to this shit. But Crawford deserves the win. But you know what? On a serious note, that could be that you just never know what's going on with these key decision makers in the secret society. Maybe that Spence fight was a curse for Terence Crawford. The biggest win of his career. I would say probably the biggest accolade, because when he became undisputed at 140 pounds, that was kind of just blown over. You know what I'm saying? The opponent he fought to become undisputed, it's a whole lot of crap. But he beat the man who beat the man who beat the man at 147 pounds. And Errol Spence was that guy. They were talking about Errol Spence would destroy Canelo. Remember Errol Spence fighting up at cruiserweight, fighting Usyk, all kind of crazy shit. Errol Spence was supposed to be the goddamn boogeyman. Crawford went up there and put the Omaha, Nebraska bing bings on him, right? And all of a sudden now, he doesn't deserve credit for the win. He shouldn't be two-time undisputed. Now he doesn't deserve to go into big money fights. But I'm starting to think maybe Crawford should not have fought Errol Spence, because it seems like his if anything, his career has done a 180. You know what I'm saying? He was going a certain direction, and then now he's going back the other direction. You know what I'm saying? That's not what you want. You're supposed to move up the ladder, not reverse. I feel like Terence Crawford's career, at least from right now, the way it seems like it's moving down the ladder. But who knows? We probably get some big news here in the next couple of weeks that's going to blow all of our minds. Like, so that's what Crawford was doing. He was sitting here getting his ducks in a row to come out here and say, look at me now. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, I do think, I kind of feel a little bit like him, it's not just that he took the Errol Spence fight. It's how he beat him. It's how he beat him. It's just how he beat Errol Spence. And I truly believe that shit has people shook. I do. I think it has people shook. I said in another video the other day when I was talking about dogs. It's like you in a neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? You got this this German Shepherd that's jumping over gates and out there running up and down the road, biting up bags of garbage and kicking dogs' asses and chasing the kids. And then they got this Rottweiler that shows up on the block. And that German Shepherd goes out there and that Rottweiler tears his ass up. And all them other dogs that used to be looking over the fence and worried about that German Shepherd, when they see that German Shepherd get his ass kicked by that Rottweiler, they're like, hell no. I ain't messing with that Rottweiler. You know what I'm saying? Because them other dogs may think they bad too. They may be good to go out there and bite open a bag of garbage and make a mess in your yard and all that shit. Go and piss on somebody's tire, you know what I'm saying? But they ain't gonna go in there and mess with a Rottweiler when they see that Rottweiler tear the ass out the toughest dog on the block. And that's what happened here. You know, Crawford was that Rottweiler that beat the shit out the toughest dog on the block. So all them other, them other canines out there looking at that shit, they're like, hell no. They ain't trying to get mixed up with that Rottweiler. And that's exactly what I think happened here. People are like, nah. My thing is, how do you beat Terence Crawford? Is that what Floyd Mayweather said? There's no blueprint on how to beat Floyd. There's a good idea on how to have some success against Floyd because you've seen what style can give him problems. But Crawford, how do you beat Crawford? How do you train for Crawford? The man fights highly effective in both stances. Switch hitter. Extremely powerful. Long ass arms. Crawford's just a nightmare, man. But anyway, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans. I don't agree with people saying Crawford shouldn't receive credit for that Errol Spence fight. Errol Spence, that was a clone of Errol Spence. It was just a shell of him. They were all. I do believe that Errol Spence looked a little bit weird, but I went back and looked at some of his other fights. Before the first round begins, Errol Spence is looking like someone just farted in his face. He always looks like, you know what I'm saying? He always looks like he's in the clouds. So don't come out here with that bullshit, because once the bell rings, Errol Spence will go 0 to 100. So he may come in, man, he may be in first gear, get into the ring, but once the bell rings, he shifts into sixth gear and he starts putting in work. He tried that shit with Bud too. Crawford hit him with something he never felt before, and then, it was all downhill for him. That being said, man, y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.